All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Appreciate you guys. You know, it's a Friday. It's your birthday.
It's Berta's birthday.
It's Berta's birthday. You're going to party like it's Berta's birthday. Sip Bacardi like it's Berta's birthday. It's hard to say that. Okay?
Yes,
That's like a tongue twister. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. It's Garage
they
Night.
already turned it off.
We got Garage Night. Oh, shoot. I got that, too. Maybe I'll run out and get that real quick. Well, you already know what you got, Craig, right?
What are we talking
Okay,
about?
sorry. Let me talk about that for a second after this. Thanks for listening to Garage Night, brought to you by Full Body Cast, sponsored by Cole Street Brewery, Bordeaux Wine Bar, and Mazatlan. Go support them. We're going to do a Full Body Friday coming up here. I feel it in my bones. And usually we do record with Bones and then his brother, Corey. And then we go out and we eat. And we'll eat. And Seth loves Full Body Friday because he comes out and he likes to eat with us and then go hit downtown. So as the weather is a little nicer, we're gonna go do that. So
Tonight?
no, like down the road. I'll put it out there though. Okay, I'll let everyone know about it. Craig Bentley on the mic.
This chair is getting harder the more I sit in it.
Just the chair?
Or are you? That's bad. Corey Bentley.
Hello?
Is that chair getting softer?
My chair is still very, very soft.
Softer. And then we got Seth Loop.
Hello, Full Buddy Casters.
That's good.
That is-
It's better than what Craig's ever brought to the table. Thank you very much on that, Seth. So, a couple things. We got to get off the topic here real quick. So if you remember a few episodes back, I bought a box of football like trading cards, and in it I opened up a box, it's the Absolutes or whatever they were, Panini, I don't know what it was, 2021. Jackson knows. I gave Corey a Jonathan Taylor card that has fabric from Jonathan Taylor's jersey, game-worn jersey. Pretty sweet. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy another box. So I bought another box. And then I got another card that had a player's jersey on it. And it was Jalen Hurts. It was an Eagles card. So, talk about what's even crazier than that. Because we all know we have the Colts guy, Corey, and we have the Eagles guy, Craig. So these sets, if you remember collecting cards back in the day, they're not just like, you don't get just like 40 cards and that's all it is. It's like a 200 card set. And so you try to collect the complete set, buy a bunch of packs so you can get that complete set. The box that I bought had like 8 packs in them. So, and each pack has like 5 cards. And the set's like a 200 card set. So obviously do the math. Well, I got the exact same cards. I had doubles of everyone. And this is what they'll do. Each box will have like, if you get like, cards 4, 5, 6, you also get cards 13, 14, 15. I got those same, I got the 2 identical boxes, but one with a Colts jersey and one with an Eagles jersey. Blowing your mind.
Meant to be.
Meant to be. Yeah. Weird.
Lucky for you guys.
Yeah. And I
was super excited.
Where'd you put it? Does it just sit by where the keys, you drop your keys off at?
It goes with with everything else.
Dumpster?
Yep.
That's Safeway.
I put a bow on it for Valentine's Day.
I sold it on eBay. I made a lot of money.
You didn't see it was a one of one.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Joke's on you. I made $300.
So, the next thing is there's been a request from Seth. And I did say this in the Patreon people that I would then tell the story for the guests and hosts to hear. Now, Seth's already heard this story, but the story. What?
I read the story.
You read the story. Tell me about like the reaction to the story. You started mentioning a little bit last week.
Well, so you get the Patreon, the special Patreon email.
Yeah.
And
Those
then-
17
And,
people.
as soon as,
Newsletter.
and I wait on bated breath for this email every like 4 or 6 or 8 months.
Yeah.
And so or 2 or
two.
every couple weeks
I did
or
too.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I get the email and I'm like, oh, okay, well, and then I poop my pants. And
So it was actually, and then, spoiler alert, I said, spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert. Yes. I read it and saw it and thought, spoiler alert, huh? And then Kelly, as soon as she started reading, she went back and went, spoiler alert. This is gonna get ugly. And yeah, so we start like reading the email, and it was disturbing and disgusting.
Yeah.
And
It was bad.
and yeah, it was reminiscent of, some experiences I've had with like jalapeno peppers.
Yeah. Oh.
And
Yeah.
But very entertaining. But
Thank
I'm waiting. I can't wait to hear the story out of your mouth.
out of my mouth.
Yes.
I'd rather read it.
So you probably would. It's a great. It's probably my finest
That's
work.
the first time Craig's ever wanted to read anything.
Mr.
You made him want to read.
I want to do it, Mom. I want to read.
Or because I have the buttery voice, should I just open the email and read it?
It's like a
No.
like I
no.
knew, or
It's like
should
a
you
book-
tell it?
No,
Put it
I
on
know
tape.
it's a good read. Listen, no, I gotta leave some people out there. The Patreons only get like certain special things.
All right.
that's like my catch. By the way, shout out to Homer. Yesterday I was like, hey, I saw Homer at the casino, and I'm like, hey, I was drinking, and I was like, hey.
Is that the change in your hay when you drink?
Yeah. Hey.
It goes from hay to
Hey. He was like, hey, I was like, we'll bring you on. We'll do something, but you got to be a Patreon first. And he's like, I've been a Patreon for months.
Thanks for noticing.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. He's like, you shouted me out last episode. So I'm very sorry. Side note, another story. Shekinah today, she put a bet. We're making some bets, and she's like, I'll bet you a double Patreon. And I'm like, sweet, you're going to bump it up to $10. And she goes, I'm already I'm at $20. I was going to bump it up to, I'm like, oh,
She's like your biggest Patreon.
So I got to know these
This
things.
is all because
Yeah.
you don't have
I don't have
a
it
board.
You should
Lord.
break
Need
this
a
down.
board.
Yeah.
You guys have been trying to
You know how
warn
many
me.
times I've been to like a hardware store or a store of any kind and like seen the big ass whiteboards they've got and thought, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
I
He
think
need-
we bring back push-ups till he does it.
He needs to learn on his own. I'm only enabling him if I buy this for him right now. All right, so here's the Vegas story. Okay, yes, I pooped my pants. I shit my pants, and here's how that happened. So, and I as I said, I didn't choose. It wasn't me going, hey, you know what? I'm going to shit my pants right now. My body made the choice for me. It was not my own brain doing it. It was my body. So here's how it happened. I'm in Vegas. It's my uncle's, one of my uncle's 60th birthdays. I'm staying at the Plaza. I'm on a floor with a room, and I'm on a high floor. It's not just like 5 years. I'm like in the I'm in the double digits. And then he is also at Caesars, and he's in the double digits, and he has a room number, and my mom has one, or my mom and dad have one, and my brother, I got him a room for his birthday for him and his wife at the New York, and they're on a floor. There's so many floors to remember. Now, Jamie and I are at the Plaza, and we're gambling, and I got to change out of my shirt into a different shirt, so I'm like, I also got to shit. So I've been using public restroom. I have no problem. I love restrooms. In fact, I kind of want to, if everyone wants to go down to Vegas with me, I would be completely cool with us just walking out of a restroom, one person holding a camera, and then I just give you a rating of like, this had the best soap, this one was really nice, there was a greeter in there, this clean stalls, and rating the restrooms. I really feel like restroom rating, almost like you would rate like food or anything like that. I feel like that's a missing in today's society is like an app where I got to shit. The app says avoid this bathroom, but go to that bathroom. I digress. I digest. and then shit it out. So anyway.
Can I choose to read this thing?
Still want to read it. The reading version was better.
You knew this was going to take turns as he went.
So on this episode, we talk about one subject, and
oh man,
here we go.
I'm going to go up the stairs. I'm going to go up the elevator. So I get in the elevator, and literally, it was like the Dumb and Dumber when it's like glug glug. My stomach like made the audible glug glug, and then I'm like, oh gosh, this is not good. And I look and I go, what the hell floor are we?
What hotel are we in?
And I go, I think we're 48. So I press floor 48, which is pretty high up. So I go up there, I walk out. Okay, walk down to where our room's at. This isn't our room. Walk all the way back to the elevator, get back in. Well, maybe it's 47. And so then I press 47, go down a floor, get out, and now walk down to where our room would be at. This isn't our room. Come back.
How many times have you texted and called Jamie by now?
So I'm texting Jamie, and she's playing slots and not paying attention to her phone.
As he's puckered.
I am as tight as you could possibly
waddling to and from the elevator.
And I know I'm going to lose this battle. In fact, once I realized 47 wasn't it, I contemplated I can go all the way down and then walk across the casino floor where the public restroom is, and I'm like, I'm not going to make that. I know for a fact I will not make it. Yes.
On 47 or 48, did you think about knocking on every door until somebody answered? And
dude,
be like, dude, I need to use your
I had so many.
I'm so sorry.
I had so many thoughts. I had thoughts of seeing if a lady was, or like a cleaner was. I'm like, hey, can I use this restroom? I thought like, I'm gonna go shit in the garbage can that's in front of one of these elevators, or a potted plant that's out there too. There were so many things going through I thought about shitting in my hat in an elevator, and like dumping it off into. There was a lot of thoughts going on in my head.
And then it wasn't a fitted hat, so you decided not to.
No, it just would run out onto the floor, and then it would open up and the whole family's there, and I'm like, I don't know what happened.
This shit is everywhere.
Someone's shitting here.
Yeah, I was trying to catch it.
So I go then, I'm like, well, maybe I'm like 27. So then I went down to 27.
How did you go from 47 to 27? You couldn't remember.
Because everyone else, like, I think my uncle was 48, my mom was 27, my brother was like 15. I had no clue.
How much have you been drinking at this point?
I was drunk.
Okay.
Obviously drunk. And I had IPA. An IPA with grease was that's already smells bad. It's not even out of you yet. And so anyway, I get out and the elevator has no service. It's none. 0 bars. Get out of the elevator, 2 bars. I had a few bars in me ready to get out. So I call Jamie, doesn't pick up, and finally I'm walking down the hallway. I get to the room where it would be our room. It's not our room. Like, oh my gosh, waddling, puckered, just butt clenched, literally.
What kind of pants you wearing?
Shorts. and so I turn her. I walk back, and finally Jamie calls me, and I go. What's your room number? I just shouted at her. She goes, 37. I'm like, I'm so close. And so got on
the middle of the two that you
just split them.
From memory, I thought it was 10. I thought you were on 10th floor.
No,
you were okay.
I was on 37. Yeah. Right. So anyway, I get in to the elevator, press 37. I'm seeing the finish line. I know I'm close. My room number is 911. That should have been like a foreshadowing thing. Once I got the keys, I should have been like, oh, 911. That's pretty cool. No, I was at full 911. As I'm fast waddling to the room, I see the room. The key works. Thank goodness. I was like, if this key doesn't, sometimes those keys don't work. And you're like hitting that thing for like 10 minutes. It opens up. And if you've ever been to a Vegas hotel room, typically, or any hotel room actually, it opens up and you pretty much have the view of the bathroom. And then I saw the toilet. My eyes saw the toilet. And my eyes told my body, there's a toilet right there. And my body just went. and so I halfway, half of it was in, and then I held it back in. There was a weakness. I had a weakness for a moment, and then I gathered it back together. And I, at this point, shut the door and waddled, and just unleashed a Dumb and Dumber. And halfway through, I'm Dumber and Dumbering on here, just letting it all go. I'm looking at it's like a soup bowl right in front of me that's cradled, and nothing is leaked out on the sides. It's just being held there. Great fabric, by the way. Like, there's no seepage. It wasn't like a sieve. Like, you got to
Talking about your underwear.
Yeah, my underwear is great.
Here's a Fruit of the Loom commercial.
Yeah, it was really good. It's gone now because what I did, by the way, my cousin was calling me during it, and I just stuffed it in my pants. Like, I didn't have any time, like, not thinking. I shoved it in my pocket. So again, I mean, I didn't drop it in my underwear, but I'm just saying, like, it didn't answer. Hopefully, I was afraid. That, and I even asked him later. I'm like, hey, did I pick up halfway through? Did you hear anything?
Did you hear me sweating?
Just grunting it out. Once I was done, it was a murder scene. I felt like at that point I was the wolf from Pulp Fiction, just the cleaner. Just
What hotel was it?
The Venetian.
I wonder how much it would be for hotel camera footage to watch him go up and down,
down the halls. Yeah. Hey, you guys probably get a lot of requests for video footage, but we would really like to get this footage.
So the funny thing was, we don't have any wet wipes or nothing. But Jamie has makeup remover pads. And so I'm just like cleaning spots up with that, cleaning
You
myself
didn't want to use
up.
the hotel towels?
Did you take a shower?
I took a shower,
Okay.
cleaned it out, and then I found because they're reducing costs, all the waste baskets, and it's a nice area, they don't have any like actual plastic bags. So I'm like, well, crap. I need to put this into something, and it reeks. And so
Did you have a balcony or
Out the
open
window.
Well, no, because no.
34, no matter.
37.
37.
370 feet. Make a hell of a splat
Somebody just gets
Nobody
nailed.
would know where it came from.
at the Venetian.
I just freaking like cornhole skills don't fail me now. True cornhole, actually, at that point. And anyway, I found some plastic bags in like the closet. They have like some, I don't know what you'd put with it. I'm like, oh sweet, these are like sweet. So I put them in, doubled it up, tied it up, and then
Ask for a new room.
and then literally left. And I looked both ways, no one's coming. And I just walk as fast as I can to the elevator and just drop it in the elevator wastebasket, and then get in the elevator. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dude, Jamie's never gonna have sex with me ever again if I tell her this. Like, you can't tell her this story. Like, you cannot. She's not gonna find me attractive anymore. She's gonna go, you turn 40 and then shit your pants in Vegas. And so but then as soon as I got down there,
Guess what happened?
literally like a kid. Hey, Mom, guess what? I literally, she's like playing. I'm like, hey, thanks for letting me know. She goes, yeah, you seemed a little hurried. I go, yeah, I didn't make it. And then she goes, huh? And then she keeps playing. She's focused. And I'm like, I don't know. And so like at that point, I'm like in my head, I'm like, well, she didn't notice. You've kind of already said it. Maybe she's choosing to ignore it.
She's
Or
like,
maybe
please,
she just didn't
please
hear
don't
it.
tell me more. I
And so-
get it. but don't
Yeah,
tell
so
me
then I
more.
go, I don't know if you heard me. I said I didn't make it. She goes, oh, I heard you. And I go, yeah, I didn't make it. And she goes, wait, did you shit your pants? I'm like, yeah. And
No,
she,
I didn't. I shit shorts. That's
I
a whole
said some
different
shorts.
story.
Yeah.
big time. So anyway, thanks for listening, everyone.
Welcome to Garage Night.
Yeah, I mean, it was. And then I text the group of some of my guys, and I'm like, hey, I just shit my pants in Vegas, and people were like, okay, you got to tell us a story. And then someone's like, you did it for the podcast, didn't you? You did it so you could tell on the podcast. You're always trying to get clickbait. And I'm like, I'm not going to shit my pants and then not tell it on.
Video-
You know, the
Video
difference
proof or it didn't happen.
is to most people, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But to
underwear
Trav,
my underwear stayed in Vegas.
that shit's coming. That shit's coming home.
Hey, you're right. That's a good metaphor. If I can't hold my shit in, then I can't hold my words about shit in. Ever. So, but this does bring up a good point. And I told this story, and someone will come on and tell a story about where they shit their pants within the past couple years. I'm starting, and then I had a few other people reach out and say, "Oh, that happened to me not too, like 5 years ago." Like it's like, and I'm like, you know what? I would not be surprised if everyone I have known in my entire life has shit their pants past the age of 30.
I can guarantee you they've at least like had that pucker moment of feeling like they needed to get somewhere very quickly.
But
I've
you?
I've never shit my pants.
Have you?
Never shit
but I've
my
had that
pants,
moment
but
of I
I've
better
had,
get somewhere.
Like immediate, like I'm pulling over on the side of the road right now.
Where
'cause
is
I'm
my Jack in the
sweating.
Box large
Yeah,
cup
it
that I can
doesn't-
shit into right
No,
now?
like I'm getting out. Yeah, I'm.
Have you done that?
Oh, absolutely.
Just on the
Yeah.
side of the road?
Yes. Yeah, like it's happening right now. There's no stopping it.
Right now?
I am pulling over. Yeah, I am pulling over.
Cut a hole in that
and
chair.
There's a spot, and yeah, that's happened.
Craig,
I've never shit my pants now.
after the age of 20.
Ever. Well, I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
we're not
you
talking.
have.
Yeah, the kids after the age
Never.
of 20, no.
Mom and dad said I was immaculate. Immediately potty trained.
After 20, no. I have not.
Ever have you gotten close?
Oh, yeah, but I think for me, I remember it was like if I was sick.
You're talking pretty
Oh,
fast
yeah.
and stumbling.
Do you know what?
I
Craig,
think you did
Craig
it
likes to do
yesterday.
the opposite to people. If you have to go to the bathroom, he'll just
Oh.
egg you on.
Yeah, no,
That's all
I
he
know,
does.
Now,
Craig.
I pulled over to the side of the road like that to take a leak right off the side of the door, and I didn't care who was going by because
Yeah.
I literally would have pissed my pants as I'm driving. I did that.
Have you pissed your pants?
No.
Have you pissed your pants?
No, but I almost did because
think
of
I
Craig.
would.
He wouldn't pull over.
Oh,
and
yeah,
we drove
in
all the way
Sun
home,
All the way
from
home
that
from
tournament.
Sun Lakes.
Not that. It was a softball tournament.
Oh.
We left the softball tournament, and I was like, I got to piss. And he's like, we're not stopping. I'm like, dude, I really got to go. By the time we
We're
got
making
home,
great time,
have
Corey.
you ever had the moment where it started, my stomach hurt. Like it started to be painful.
Yeah.
And by the time I got to get out to go pee, like it hurt. Like that's how long he kept me in the car.
I remember when you had your appendicitis taken out. Are you sure
less
it wasn't?
that was less painful. That's how much of a jerk he can be.
I'm not
Craig a jerk?
I'm not a jerk at all.
Selfish.
We've established that.
Yeah, not a jerk. Not a jerk.
That takes me back to my jalapeno story.
yeah,
that
I want to
story.
hear this story.
But so I was early to mid 30s.
Yeah.
Never had a problem with anything. Like not crazy about spicy just because I don't like the feel like super spicy.
Right.
Never had a problem. So getting ready to go to an Enumclaw High School football game. We have like a little pre-funk thing at my mom's place. She gets she makes this big beautiful sub sandwich, everything on it, pastrami and ham and like
Yes.
all the good stuff
Yes,
on it.
the good stuff.
And she slathers, or she's got a bowl of jalapenos, sliced jalapenos there, and I just pile them on my sandwich.
Ooh.
And because I love it.
Yeah.
It's a good burn, not too much, and I'm chomping away on this jalapeno sandwich. Great, lovely. Couple of beers, go to the game, no problem. It's like October, it's hunting season.
Mm-hmm.
And so like never think of anything. Anyway, next morning, like 5:30, get in the truck, heading for Greenwater, going deer hunting. Get like halfway to Greenwater, and or like where we hunt. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. My stomach, like something's going on there. Anyway, we could talk about the next 10 minutes for the rest of my life.
Really?
But when it comes down to it,
Yeah.
side of the road, no shoulder, just parked it in the right lane, basically. Like, and 10 steps into the woods, and it was the most painful experience of my life. It was literally lava and razor blades.
Didn't know I had a nettle I was shitting on as well.
But I tell you what, since that day, if I eat like the slightest slice of a jalapeno pepper, it is the exact same reaction.
Oh, so just barely anything at all.
I can't have jalapeno anything.
So basically what you're telling us is that you burned, like you have
my
like third
stomach
degree
is-
anus burns right now.
No,
that-
my stomach will not
His
allow
ass has
me
PTSD
to
from the
will not
jalapeno.
allow me to have a It was a harrowing experience.
wow.
It still brings a tear to my eye. Like it was the most pain. I got back in the truck and I turned around and I drove home.
Yo, nothing. You were done.
I was done.
I need to lay down.
What'd
for
you
a
wipe
while.
with? That's the number one thing you got to ask.
A
sock?
t-shirt.
Oh, really? A t-shirt?
Yeah. And I left it right there in the wood, right off the shoulder of 410, just this side of Fed Forest.
Huh. My one of my friends, he was out in the woods. He told me this 2 years ago. We're out in the woods in the snow, and he had a shit. He was out in the middle of nowhere, had a shit, dug a hole, shit in it, didn't know what to wipe with, so he just grabbed snow and just wiped with snow. But it was like greasy shit, and so it wasn't coming off.
I actually really wish I could read this entire
And so
episode.
And so what he did was he took a glove and he wiped with his glove. But I'm like, bro, pop a sock off, because you're gonna wish you had
I
that
don't
glove.
know. Pop a
No,
sock
frostbite.
off in the
Oh,
snow.
cold feet in the snow.
Yeah.
Okay, what about underwear? Would you go underwear
I'd
at that
go
point?
underwear before socks.
No,
My
I-
feet need to stay
Oh,
warm.
sorry.
What are you backing a car up?
Yeah, that's my construction site.
I got a shit.
That's the alert.
Glad that. So since we'll just name this the disgusting episode, we really will.
Do you want to lighten it up a little bit?
No, we're going to talk more disgusting things. One of my friends, he could not get a zit in high school. He never could get a zit. He just had like perfect skin.
Like, was he trying to?
Well, he would play football. He'd play all athletic sports. He just would never get it. And so he always wanted to feel what one popped like. Remember popping one for the first time and you felt like it kind of just pop out in between your fingers and all that? So he wanted to do it. He saw his friend after a football game and he's like, hey, you got a nice white head there. Can I pop that? And the guy's like, sure. And he's like, so he went up, put his fingers up, and he was mesmerized by this. He's finally getting to do it. So mesmerized that his mouth is a little bit open.
Shot in his mouth.
And it popped right into his mouth. And he started just puking.
Dry heaving?
Like literally puking. He started, I mean, he was already at that point of exhaustion, and then it just sent him right over.
That's your own fault. You wanted it.
You wanted it.
You wanted it. You got it.
Oh.
It's like that pimple popper show people watch.
Oh, dude, those are fun to watch, though.
no,
they're
it's
not.
not.
They're a little bit. I wouldn't sit there and pop popcorn and sit there and watch Pimple Popper popcorn. Brought to you by
Pickle popcorn.
Overbacker's Popper. That's, by the way, if there's not a pop secret or popcorn maker out there that's not sponsoring those types of shows, they need to.
Popping pimples.
Popping
since
pimples.
1953.
Oh man, that'd be good.
And you are on it today.
I am on it. But yeah, those are fun to watch, but not like I wouldn't just sit down there and watch it. I couldn't do that.
It's gross. Too much.
What's the grossest thing you've ever seen on the internet? By accident, not like you're searching for it, but
I never find anything by accident.
I have a really hard.
I search for it.
I have a really hard time with the sports injuries, man. Like,
Oh, dude.
like there's some like you think of Theismann's injury.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was
Burrows was
gross.
bad last year,
But-
too.
Yeah, but and those are like cringeworthy. But on the internet, you can accidentally watch too many of those videos, and I don't even really like watching them, but they pop up because the
Yeah.
internet knows that I like sports.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, watch this high school kid get destroyed. And I mean, some of the absolutely devastating, like that stuff, like
Yeah. So, yes, I can't watch.
gives me that watery feeling in the back of my throat.
Yeah, the NFL when they're like, "Oh, this is what the point where he," and it's like air cast because you see his ankle roll under another guy and then his knee bend, and he's like, Can't do it.
Those are the tough ones. Those are the ones that I don't like to run into on the internet.
Can you handle it?
Yeah.
No problem?
I don't have an issue with that.
See, us athletic,
I don't like.
us athletic guys who play sports, we can feel that happen to us because it happened to us. You nerds, you're like, oh, I don't even know what that feels like. I just stubbed my toe once, and that's the worst that's ever happened to me.
Blood does not bother me. Blood and guts and all that stuff does not bother me. But like the bone snapping and then sticking through the skin, that gives me.
No, yeah, because we've done it because we're athletic.
Yeah.
Man,
The internet desensitizes you to a lot of shit. I've seen some stuff where if you would have told me I would watch the video of it, I would tell you were crazy, and then I'd be on a site and you click on it and it's like unedited like suicides or unedited stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
So I've clicked on stuff and then you watch it and you're like, holy shit! Like
unedited decapitation.
it's almost the same.
I can't.
Thank
goodness.
one of the
Thank you,
grossest-
God. I haven't seen one of those.
Probably
'cause
the
that
grossest
would,
thing
that would
seen
ruin me too. I
was
haven't cut this.
off a building. Like they showed the full thing of a guy off a building.
Well,
like,
I mean,
to the cement, like showed.
Oh,
like,
you see him
everything.
fall and hit
Yeah,
and
you
plant.
see it all. Like
Bounce.
yeah.
See, I couldn't be a first responder. Shout out to first responders. I couldn't do that. And
Yeah,
I've
see
heard
that all the time.
I've heard from firefighters. He's like, "What's the grossest thing you've ever seen?" Like, I'm picturing like them saying, car accident, person through it, something like that. They go, it's the smell. It will hit you. You walk into some of these like people that just can't take care of themselves because they're either
like a hoarder type.
yes,
Yeah.
and you walk in and it just boom hits you that this place hasn't been cleaned in years and this person hasn't bathed in months, and then you have to go pull them off the floor because they fell and they can't get up, and somehow they've been able to call you. I think they're alive, and they're like, and you're the one just like on this body pulling it up. Oh, I couldn't do it.
What gets you, Craig?
I mean, I would definitely not want to watch some of the suicides or something like that, but for the most part, none of that really bothers me. I mean, you know what I enjoy watching?
Suicide videos.
Police chases that end in wrecks.
Oh, absolutely.
In wrecks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big crashes.
Yes.
Like
Love that
where
shit.
people are going to die?
Well, that's on them, but
Okay,
I wouldn't
wait.
care.
Could you wait, time out. Are you talking crashes where the person hits a pole?
Like invading police.
Or if they hit a family minivan?
No. I'm talking about where they crash themselves.
Craig don't care.
Craig's the honey badger. You don't give a shit.
No, I'm talking about where they like go through an intersection and get T-boned because they're an idiot.
Like on the.
I don't.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying.
We used to love.
I like
watching
watching, yeah.
live PD
Live PD's a good
because you
one.
used to get to
It's
see
an
a lot of
amazing
those.
show.
Old episodes
We
of
need to
Cops
bring-
I've been watching on this Pluto like app. You can just watch Cops.
They're
all
bringing
day
cops
long.
back. I hope they bring live PD
Why,
back.
why are you so sweaty? Just watching cops.
Just watching Cops. It was intense.
But yeah,
from 93.
like I can watch all those videos. I can watch the people get their legs broken and all
Ugh.
that stuff. But anytime that Russell Wilson throwing an interception in the end zone
That's what-
comes
Oh,
on in the Super
gosh.
Bowl, I go,
Oh,
can't
yeah,
watch
that hurts.
oh!
Trade him.
That hurts.
I just
bad.
saw a ranking that's considered the best Super Bowl of all time.
Yeah, that's
Number one.
stupid.
Best
Well,
Super Bowl of
that's
all
exciting.
time.
Not after this last one when Joe Burrow hit him that
Yeah.
49-yard pass. To
No, it was
Jamar
a field
Chase.
goal. He came out and
kicked
kicked
it.
it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was amazing.
And Jamar Chase held it.
Yeah.
A drop kick. They were tied, and he did a drop kick for one to win the game.
Can you do that?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
still
Doug-
a rule.
Doug
The
Flutie.
rule still exists. I think Doug Flutie was the
Doug
last person to
Flutie.
do it.
Wow. Kick it through, get it. That's a rugby thing.
Yep.
It's got to be a rugby thing.
Yeah, it just has to hit the ground before it strikes your foot.
That is Craig. Craig.
Yes.
Ish Craig.
What?
What is
Ishtar.
what have you seen that movie?
It was a public access show, not a movie.
Dude, it was those two dudes, right? Wasn't it? Dude, me and Brandon Harris would watch. We'd stay up late for public access, and these guys were the weirdest dudes. These guys are the type of guys that you'd probably get a podcast now. You're like, what are they doing? I remember them being at some points being absolutely hilarious, and other times being the stupidest thing I've ever watched. Probably what people think when they listen to this.
Yeah.
But-
or just talk to you in general.
Dude, those guys
Shout out
would just
to Ishtar.
wow. Those guys.
That
I
would
mean,
be awesome.
they got to be like 55 right now.
Still doing it, probably.
Yeah, I remember they would just like smoke and they'd like burn like incense and like candles and they'd just say stupidly hilarious things and then just straight up stupid things. Oh, and then after that, you'd get the fat lady that would dance naked in front of like a green screen.
Too hot for the hot tub. Too hot for the hot tub.
You know what I bet you those guys are doing right now?
Drugs or what?
Probably playing Pokemon.
They're probably playing Pokemon.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. I don't know.
What level are you at?
34.
I bet you they're higher.
They're way higher.
Yeah.
And higher.
Hey, what level are you at?
Well, I've been doing it for a long time, a little over a year. How long you been doing it?
Like 7 years.
I'm at 40.
Oh, he's above you.
Nice job. See, most wizards.
He's
most
trying to eat
wizards-
his right now. He's angry.
Most Harry Potter. I don't care.
He
I don't know how you guys do
can
it.
see it in his eyes.
You guys cheat. That's
No,
how you guys do it.
100%. There's nothing that I did that
I don't understand it. Maybe I'm just an idiot at it, but I'm like catching like 40 a day.
Is
And
Sean above you too?
do you walk
Well, yeah.
and you hatch the whole time?
I went to all the places I went to.
Do this. The Venetian. Okay. On the higher levels, they can't triangulate. Who are you at? Have we talked about this?
Yes.
Have you heard this?
Yes, we have.
Dude, I would go to bed with a full 9 eggs, and I would wake up and all of them are hatched. It was great.
But
So technically, you're cheating.
yeah, you're cheating. Still level 35.
I'm just doing what I usually do. Don't have some stupid app that freaking all you guys have.
100%.
I'm so
Look
mad.
at my phone. I
How
don't
do you
have it.
have 40. I don't believe it.
I stopped playing. So
I need to add 3 friends,
I-
by the way.
Hey,
I forgot
you know what?
to start.
You know the reason. Listen, you know
I
the
haven't
reason.
played since we talked about it
This
last
is the
time.
grossest
This-
thing we've talked about so far in this episode.
You know, listen. You know the reason that I'm going to show you this is this is a little over a year. This was the long game.
To
The
get-
long game
to
I
get
played.
you.
So when we started doing this, it was just to piss you off that we were playing.
It was, yeah, you guys were yellow.
And then I got to a point where me and Sean started talking and how upset you'd be if like we went by you. Like, you know, Sean, you know,
Well, because
obviously-
I was team red and you guys were yellow.
So there you go. What does that say right there? What number is that? That's a 40. So I just wanted to show you, and now that we're here and we're
He's
done-
Candy Cane Killer, by the way, guys. C Candy C Cane Killer with a K. Guys, go look for him. Go ask him to
I'm
be your
done now.
friend.
I'm done now.
I can't believe you got to 40.
I'm done now.
He fulfilled his purpose.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it.
I was hoping to get less than a year. It's a little over a year since we did it, but I did it, Sean. We did it. He's upset.
Well, you know what?
He's on tilt.
Here's how he did it. He would play the freaking experience egg, and then you would probably just roll through all those challenges, no problem.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
I was just gonna ask what the fuck you guys are talking about. What the? Literally, I was sitting here going, just shaking my head, like what?
That's why you shit your pants. You stopped to play Pokemon. By the way.
Dude.
He's like all these levels. I don't know where I'm at.
Doesn't matter. I'm getting eggs.
All right.
Totally worth it.
All right. Real quick question. We need to put a bet out there, and everyone's got to be 110% honest, okay?
Okay.
They got to swear that they're going to be honest if they lose
I'm
this.
100% honest. Why would I
All the
care?
time. Okay. Next person to shit their pants
In this room,
in this room, us 4, we're making a pact.
How many of us have shit our pants?
Travis
Have you
Kenny.
I was gonna say.
Starting now.
Let's make a shit pact.
Ooh, it's a shit.
has to fess up to it.
You have to you don't have to go online or go on the air. You just tell what. Okay, listen.
What are you,
I fell
recording?
as-
Text
I-
the group.
I fell, and that means if you fall
Video
asleep,
chat. Hey, guys, look what
that
happened.
means if you sleep in your bed and you accidentally let a little fart out and a little bit of turd goes out instead.
So you're counting sharts?
I'm talking. Yeah, sharts are. That's poop. That's you shit your pants.
Nah, you shit your pants a little different.
Oh, but I unloaded in my pants.
That was more like a cannon.
That
came
was
out.
a hand pay progressive that went.
That was not a shart.
I should get taxed on that, but
You should get charged for 2 rooms.
but anyway, what should be the punishment?
The first person that doesn't win's what?
Well, he has to pay for a night out, drinking drinks and food, or
While wearing Depends.
Golf round. You have to golf and Depends.
Yes. Only depends. can't wear anything else other than Depends.
Well, you probably have to wear a shirt to tee off because they probably want
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You can take that off after.
Once you get past hole one,
Yes.
you got to strip down to
You gotta
just
strip down to
Depends. Just people driving by
the Depends.
other fairways like, that guy's wearing Depends?
Did they let somebody out of the
Yes.
hospital
That
to,
would be
to
that,
golf?
There,
a
there
large
it is.
baby?
You got it. Just a pair
Okay,
of
all right.
Depends.
Sounds good. You got the golf with Depends on.
And
And, a,
remember-
wait a
and a
minute.
glove. You can wear a
So-
golf glove too.
Can we get some odds on this?
Well, wait, but you're going to Vegas in March.
End of
in
March.
month,
So
right?
you guys expect this in
we got it by the summertime.
All right. We all in? We all in on this one?
I'm in.
Okay. And then sharks count or pooping while you're sleeping. That counts.
Okay, I'm 100% in. I'm about 98%
Seth?
confident.
I'm in.
it's gonna
I'd be
Sharks.
more worried about pissing in my sleep than I worried about shitting in my sleep.
Should we up it a little bit?
Up it to what?
Pissing?
Oh, now you want to add it because I said that?
Because I want odds.
You'd have good odds. You're like 1 to 7 compared to our 1 to 100.
I wonder if there's like
Yeah,
a
you have good odds.
side effect that you can't hold your shit in as good as you used to.
No, but
Often your sphincter.
but yeah, there's
It's a
a
long term.
The last time I was the closest to it, I had rotavirus. That's when it hit me.
Really?
Yeah. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. But I ran into the shower.
You shit in the shower?
Yeah, I had rotavirus. Like it just like was
runs
like,
out of you. You have
Yeah.
no control over it.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
How do you get that?
It's a stomach flu, basically.
Okay, we can't eat at Mazatlan then. Dude,
Whoa! Thanks for the sponsorship.
I'm joking. I went.
wow.
I need to edit that.
He'd laugh at that.
Wow.
I went to that PTA. I don't know if you heard about this, but the PTA will
Physical
like,
therapist?
No, the PTA board of like the elementary schools. They
Moms Against
Parent
Drunk
teacher-
Driving.
oh my
Teachers
gosh,
Association.
they bought they rented out the chalet, and the chalet we're watching a movie. We get there to go pay for everything. Anyway, I sit right next to Andy. I ended up sitting right next to him. And I had bought nachos, like the movie theater nachos. I'm like, best nachos I've ever had in my entire life.
Wish somebody would get this recipe.
But halfway through it was fun. You can drink beer there too. So I was drinking beers. They lost connection to the tablet. I guess one of the teachers or whoever parents brought a tablet, and that's how they rent out the place. You pay to get in, so that's how it's a fundraiser. They make a little bit of money on top of that. So they had the tablet. It disconnected halfway through the movie, and they could not get it reconnected.
Did you start booing?
Oh yeah, kids
get-
are booing,
did
and I'm
you-
like, yeah, boo, pay your bills. Just having so much fun booing. And then it turned into like an impromptu like talent show because all these kids are running around. There's a stage, and so they were like, some people were going on there doing like that loser dance that they have and for like Take the L from Fortnite. My daughter, who's like, I'm so.
Dude, like, you can't talk about things that kids do. We don't have kids. We have kids, but they're 20.
You guys hear about
We
Bruno?
don't. They're not 6.
Jared knows.
What are kids?
Actually, you can talk about it because most people who are listening have kids.
Have
but-
kids, yeah.
Yeah. we have-
But Jacqueline got up there and did us. She was really nervous to go up there, but she's like, she went up there, kindergartner, and then did a cartwheel, and then she felt like that was like the coolest,
What'd you go
bravest
up
thing
and
she
do?
ever did.
Yeah, say, did you go up and try to do a
Shit
cartwheel
my pants
right
right in front
after?
of
Did you go up and do one and then go, I did a better cartwheel than you?
Yeah, no,
He
I
just-
pushed.
He shook his pants mid cartwheel.
Yeah, it went everywhere. It's a true cartwheel. No, I pushed her down mid cartwheel for her. Like, you didn't do it right.
I'm better than that.
Bad form. All right, you're right. We're wrapping up. So you need to. You're writing down. So you need to.
those are shout outs.
Oh wow, nice job.
Yeah.
Way to be prepared.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared.
What are you looking at me
We
for?
can talk about. I mean, if we have a minute,
Yeah, Benny, go.
I listened to Brew.
Yes.
And I talked to Sean about this last week. Kelly and I we went to dinner at the Rainier and well, it was an hour wait. So I said something along the lines of, we'll be next door and I'll check in. And went over talking with Sean but after the last brouhaha, like I didn't know Sean was a hunter.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
so we sat down, we talked for a little while, like he deer hunts, he turkey hunts, like he does all these,
He hunts
he
people?
hunts. Yeah. Well, but
That's all the business owners
But
that
I,
need him club.
I don't know
They all
how
get
I've
together.
known Sean as long as I have, which was like elementary school.
Right.
And I never knew that he was a hunter because I'm a hunter and we hunt the same things.
Yeah, and he doesn't look like one.
And we've never talked about it.
He's the only reason I've ever had bears.
He looks more
Yeah.
like a gatherer.
So I that was interesting.
See,
and,
you learned
and I
things.
actually was in Cole Street 2 times this last week.
Nice job.
Back
Thank
to
you for
back,
supporting.
back to back nights.
Oh, new King of Cole Street.
No.
New King of Cole Street.
Yeah.
A new one.
Had a
Don't call me it though.
had the Venetian or no, not the Venetian.
Vanilla?
The lager. What's the lager?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. No, what's the Vienna?
Vienna lager, and fell in love with it. Had two of them.
That's Spanish for vanilla.
Had 2 of them, and was with Jason Whitish. Had 2
Shout
of
out
those,
Jason.
Had 2 of those beers and walked out of there and said, "God damn, I'm glad I had you pick me up because there's no way I'm driving home after that."
Yeah, no, they hit.
Yeah, they hit hard.
Yeah, they did.
And then Kelly and I went in there the next night. Kelly had a couple of claws. I had a couple of the
Vienna lagers again.
Not others. And no, I didn't. I couldn't do that because I had to function.
Do you play? Do you guys just sit there and talk and play Pokemon together, or do you guys like play like
My wife and I
Yeah,
at Cole Street.
Yeah.
we played
Cribbage?
He's got one of the games. It's Would You Rather.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got a. Would you rather do this really terrible fucking
go
thing
on this
or
podcast
terribly
or this
thing?
one. It's horrible.
Yeah, and so we sat there for I don't know, probably half an hour, 45 minutes before
Learning
dinner.
about each
Then
other.
We went back after dinner and stayed for like another hour.
To play Would You Rather again or
Yeah,
something else.
yeah.
So did you learn?
We actually took Kelly told
Grab-
Sean
I'm
we
gonna
have
grab
to
some
come
cards.
back after dinner because the Rainier was packed. So she's like, I know we're just gonna sit there forever. And so she told Sean, she's like, we'll be back. I have to come back because I have to bring your cards back. She took like 4 cards. We went over to the Rainier, and when we were sitting there waiting for our appetizers and drinks and dinner, we played some more Would You Rather.
So without, you don't have to go super detailed if you don't want to. You know, we love Kelly. We don't want to embarrass her with any of her answers.
Yeah.
But was there anything that you learned, or did you learn like something? Oh wow, I wouldn't have even thought that you would say that.
Yeah, there was a few things that it was like, really? But we kind of broke it
Would
down.
you murder your
We
husband
got very
or shit your pants?
we got very intellectual
At
in a
the
couple,
same
and it was like,
time.
well, that's I would say the opposite of that, but it's because you're a girl and I'm not. So like, it was
nice.
it
So
was
you
easy to
mansplained
figure
her.
out.
I'm always looking to mansplain my wife.
Yeah,
He was talking to you.
Yeah, we went.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, but so then did she learn some stuff about you too?
Absolutely, yeah. No, it was a good
Dude,
date night.
It's so much fun.
Impromptu, just hey, you want to go to dinner? Yeah, let's go.
And I
think it
love
was
that.
Friday. I think it was a week ago.
That's awesome. See, I learn stuff about my wife all the time. Like I'm like, I had no clue. She'll tell a story. I'm like, how have you not told me that story before? You've shit your pants
Yeah,
before.
you learned that she would stay around if you shit your pants.
Oh, Craig.
Yes,
How's that hard chair?
it's hard.
Is your butt asleep yet?
I'm like holding myself up now.
He's doing arm exercise.
I'm just gonna go get a boulder and I'm just gonna roll it right there and you can
Probably about the same.
Hey,
I could straddle it. It might even be more comfortable.
he won't put that much effort in to bring a boulder in.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah.
You could put that F sign over there. Let him sit on that.
Oh yeah, out there.
Yeah.
What about what are your shout outs, Craig? Or shit outs? Yay? Huh?
I'm gonna give a shout out to Sean. A year later, Sean, we did it, and you helped me get to where I'm
Oh,
at.
because you guys are trading and shit. I don't trade.
I've traded like twice. Ever.
No, bull crap.
Actually, 100%.
So how did you get so freaking far up? He showed you the way.
I just
Do you have what phone do you have? Do you have the double app that he has?
I do not. 100%. Look at it.
Can you run the apps twice at the same time?
He said I could on a Droid, but I have not. 100%.
I say we kill him.
I'm back to where I was before. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
All right, shout out to Sean. Thanks a lot, Sean.
Yeah, that's my
It
shout-out.
actually didn't bother me that much because I knew it was going to happen. That's why I barely played.
And everybody should listen.
Joke's on you. Yeah,
Everybody should listen to Brew Haha because that shit's interesting.
it is interesting.
It's super interesting. I don't know why. Like
It is a high.
I don't know why I hadn't listened more. I've listened to like the last 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't. I got every time it comes out. I'm like, first thing I do is freaking pop it on my way home. I'm like, I gotta listen to this.
You learn a little
It's
bit about
interesting
Beer of the
stuff.
Week and brewing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, the
This-
freaking the. The
It-
Vienna.
it's
the
pro-
Vienna.
the
I was
Vienna.
like, no shit.
Yeah, see, it's more of a structured podcast than this is. Like that one's we actually planned it a little bit. Here it's like, what are you going to talk about?
just
I
Random
don't.
bullshit.
I don't know if we could do structured.
You guys
Not
didn't,
at
you
all.
guys didn't plan what you were gonna say.
I thought about it the whole week.
Well, Corey does. When we get to full buddy cast fantasy stuff, yeah,
All I think about is what I'm gonna say back to you.
really
That's all I think about.
ping pong. You're a ping
Yeah.
pong player. That's
Yeah.
the Summer Olympics from last
Just
episode.
ponging right back.
Go ahead, you.
I will shout out Sean as well. We held a company event. He opened
Oh,
his
that's
things,
right.
and we
Yeah,
had our
yeah.
party there. And I felt somewhat bad because it was one of those types of parties where the people show up at like 5:15, 5:30 and leave at like 7, and he's just kind of standing there. And I was like, yeah, should have expected that.
Did he sell 10 beers an hour? Because that's all he has to do.
We made sure he got a minimum
There you go.
to be open, but it was funny just watching everybody like right at 7 walk out the door, and then he's just kind of standing there looking at me. I'm like, eh.
Sorry.
My bad.
But he was super cool about it.
And it was did anyone say like that beer sucks?
I pretty much talked to Sean the whole time. I didn't really talk to him. He has that couch in there in that second location, and
Yeah.
he has a shuffleboard in there now.
Yeah,
And so we were in the back, and I would just kind of sit there and talk to him.
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You're like I see these guys every day.
Yeah.
Hang out with Sean. Seth, your shout outs.
I'm going to shout out Chef Kai.
Heck
Big
yeah.
brother Chef Kai. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Facebook. Go to chefkai.com if you have any catering needs or any special event needs. And if you want the best thing you've ever eaten or something you've eaten before, but you want it the best version you've ever had, hit up Chef Kai.
Hit up Chef Kai.
I already kind of hit up Sean, so Sean was second on my list. And hit up Jason Whitish, who was building a badass 69 GMC 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive pickup motor right now. And this thing is going to be downtown on May 7th for the cruise.
The cruise, that's
and
awesome.
And the C10 truck show on Saturday. Come check out his truck.
I thought the way you said like you like big boom 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 motor. It's like
Oh, you thought I was building something better than that?
well, I thought it was just like is it the whole truck?
So he got a 69
Stole.
GMC, pretty much.
It's not
and
a
then
catalytic converter, Travis.
he's in the process of building the motor.
Building the motor
to
right
put
now.
in it,
Yeah,
but it's going to be a badass.
nice. Well, we can't wait to see it. Maybe we'll make a flag of Full Buddy Cast, and then he can plant it right in the back of the truck and drive down cruise.
Full Buddy
Yes,
2024.
absolutely.
2020. I'm going to shout out the patrons. So, hey, quit calling Patreons. By the way, I want a new Patreon. I need one. You that's listening right now, if you're not a Patreon, please become a Patreon. Just go to patreon.com. You can go to the app, sign in, or create an account. $5 a month. Not much. You won't miss it, but you'll get the inside content. You can even go high, super high. 50 is the highest, and that's where Ira is at. And then I also learned that
And you get to go on a date with Travis.
you get it
$50.
Well, and that's the thing. You'll see what perks. Each tier has different perks. And I'd love to have Patreons on the podcast too. Seth is one. Seth's been on quite a few times. So I enjoy his support. And if you want to support, please think of that. You're getting your taxes, or maybe you have to pay because tax system's kind of screwed up right now. Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, Eric Madrid, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Ira Potter, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly, Homer Robertson, Veronica Lara, Ben Illman, James Roberts, Jamie Kenny, the dashing Jamie Kenny, Apollo Dolo, Jackson Zoidhook,
Zoidoc.
Zydok. It's actually Zydok.
Zydoc. Yeah, not Zoy.
Thank you.
started with the Zoid, but
Thank
Zoid
you.
it is
Thank
Zy.
you.
Zydok.
No, thank you.
Sweetberg.
Jamie Roberts says, "Oh, I need to have next time I have Mike Martinez on." He also says, "New intro for Garage Nights. Do this." And let me open that real quick. This is what he would like. That's an ad. We're gonna wait 13 seconds. But he said this is what Jamie Roberts wants for.
Because we didn't get new music.
We didn't get new music yet, and I don't know if this is going to bump me off of YouTube because I'm going to use something, but I think I can use like 6 seconds of it. But this is what he says.
Oh.
Yeah.
I visualize Hulk Hogan walking in a stadium right now.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So thank you very much, Jamie, for the support and the ideas. I need more ideas. I need more people to hit us up, talk to us about stuff.
I like that you put Jared and Homer back to back. That's class of 03.
Class of 03.
Representing back to back right there.
All stars. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Have a great week. Take care. Send us questions and topics and scary skellies. We want the loopy loops. We also want the you got to make the cereal boxes now.
The loopy loops box.
Yeah, you got plenty of time on your hands. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great day.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.